Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us. So we're here at the lake still at Toledo Bend at Cypress Bend RV Resort, and as you can see, it is a beautiful day today. But that hasn't been the case. We've actually been here 3 days. We finally got the inside of this camper looking like a house again, but it's rained every single day. You can see it's rained so much, I don't normally leave this outside. Every time I've tried to come put this up, it becomes a rainstorm. Let's check out our site. So we have a pretty good view of the lake, and there's no one here, but we think on Labor Day it's gonna be pretty packed. So it may not be as peaceful, but it's still an awesome place. So last time when we first got here, you guys saw that I was running this cord right here, all the way over there. Well, the guy finally got a break in the rain and came back over here and actually rewired the entire pedestal. It actually had an open neutral the entire time. That's why it wasn't letting power in the coach. And that's why we love the fact that we put a hardwired surge protector on this rig to protect it from things just like that. So let's go around the front and check out our beautiful waterlogged front yard. As y'all can see, it's Phil and Lolo's over there, and that's Beverly and Thomas's up there. So it rains so much here that our fire pit becomes an actual island. So the water comes down here, separates from around the fire pit, comes back together right here. This is the first day there hasn't been standing water everywhere. The outside of the camper and the inside of the camper are completely covered in all the things that happen whenever it's raining and muddy outside. That's our site. You want to see the rest of the park? So I love RV parks that look just like this. It's so peaceful up here in the woods. Plus, I love the lake. I'm convinced when it's time to stop RVing, we sold a lake house to do this. I think I'm a lake guy. I think the lake brings me at peace. I love waking up and seeing the lake every day. You guys might wonder, why did we come here? Well, when I grew up, both of my grandparents were big into RVing, and I had one set of grandparents who literally left a camper parked here on this lake 24/7. If you were at a school or if there was a vacation, we came to the lake. Look at that, check out the lake. This is not the actual park that we used to stay at, but that park was all booked up because of Labor Day weekend, so we came down to their sister park. So the people that actually own this, or it's called the SRA, it's the managing company for the parks, they actually own several on this side of the lake. So we just went down the road to the one nearest it and booked here, and this place is awesome. I mean, the other place I grew up at is very similar to this, but this one has a little bit nicer amenities, and that's because if you guys follow bass fishing, this is the park that hosts the Bassmaster Elite Series whenever they come fish Toledo Bend. So it's got a lot more space for events like that, and it's got some really cool features as far as their beach access, their pavilions, and their boat ramp. I loved growing up here. I couldn't wait to come back here. This is actually our second time in our camper. Last year we went to the place where my grandma actually used to park our camper. This year we're over here, and both are very awesome, and it's something to be said about being at the lake. I love the lake. Look at the size of this boat ramp parking. Oh, you see that guy down there? That's the old game warden. He decided to get his boat out today. He's gonna go check people out. Probably practicing for the Labor Day weekend because there's gonna be a lot of boats out here and a lot of people. And I'm sure he's gonna try to do his best to make sure no one does anything dumb. But when you see him coming, you better be ready because they don't mess around. I mean, this is on the border of Louisiana and Texas, but both sides will get you here. So this is the pavilion area, and you notice it's very well decorated. And that's because this is where they host the Elite Series from the Bassmasters whenever they come here to fish Toledo Bend. Also, basically every tournament that comes to Toledo Bend for the amateur level and I guess the minor leagues, I guess the MLF minor leagues, they all use this pavilion. And they set all their trailers up over there for the event. They have a huge, I think it's 8 boat ramps, so it's giant. Man, this thing is huge. All right, so there's the pavilion. There is the 8-lane boat ramp. There is the campgrounds. We're actually right up there in the top of the hill. There's a point over there for a peninsula you can fish off of. And here's this awesome fishing dock. Also, there's the game warden. He's gonna go get somebody today for sure. Anyway, this place is really awesome. You can tell they've done a lot of work here to host all the tournaments and the events that do come to this lake. We're at the end of the fishing dock, and this thing is awesome. This is the first day it's been sunny out, so I'm really thinking about getting my fishing poles out and doing some fishing. It's the right time of year to start catching fish again, so it should be fun. By the way, if you don't know anything about Toledo Bend, this lake is huge. It's like 70 something miles from one end to the other. Let's go check out the rest of the park. Right over there is the beach area and the playground. Have I mentioned how much I love waking up at the lake? Look at that. Something about that. That just does it for me. It's probably not gonna be hard to convince Alicia to settle down on a lake again, because the first time it wasn't that hard either. I think she's a lake girl too. She likes the beach, but I don't like the sand. I don't want to wake up to the sand every day. I think she just likes the water. So I'm pretty sure if this RV thing doesn't work out, we might have to settle back down on a lake, because I miss this. Here is the beach area, which is actually pretty awesome. I know the sand doesn't look perfect, but it's been rained on for like 4 days straight now. So of course it's not gonna look nice and fluffy. But it's cool because it's fenced off out there so boats can't come in. And they have these nice little concrete walkways down to the sand, so you're not gonna fall and trip or anything. It's really nice. I will say the other park right down the road, the one we grew up at, had a much bigger beach, but it wasn't set up as nice as far as access. This one has got a lot of accessibility to it, but it's a very small beach, but it is protected. The other one is a huge beach, but there's nothing to protect you from the boats and anything that comes out of the lake. And the access is pretty hard. It's hard to get down to the water because you got to walk through all the rocks and the sand and everything. Anyway, this is pretty nice. I think that's actually what I really miss about the lake the most. I used to have a bass boat, and I used to have a lot of fun going fishing every day. When I get tired of fishing, I just go back to the house, dock it at our dock, eat some lunch, hang out with the kids, go swimming, and whenever I was done with them, I could go back out in the evening and fish some more. I do miss having a bass boat, and even when the fish weren't biting, it was still fun to just go drive around and enjoy the lake. This place has an awesome playground for the kids. The other place was not quite this, actually it wasn't this good at all. It was just basically a swing set and a slide. This is pretty awesome. We've wore the girls out here a few times already. Even with the rain, we've come down here in the breaks and let them play on the playground. And right across this little channel right here, those are the cabins for Cypress Bend. This place is pretty awesome. I think it's built on like 100 acres. So we're on the other point here. So the pavilion's right there. There is the dock. The playground's right here. And I walked all the way out here on the end of this point, and you can see all around this point. And then right back there is the cabins. This place is awesome, and we're gonna be here for about 2 weeks. Now that you've seen the park, let's head back to the RV and see what Alicia's up to and see what Gran and the girls are gonna get into. I think they're gonna go swimming for the day, but I think Alicia has some chores for me to do. So let's go see what she's up to. Hey.
Hey.
So this park is huge.
Is it?
I know it's 100 acres,
yeah,
but I just went walking around and like, it's big.
Really?
Like you have to drive everywhere and get out and walk.
Is there fun stuff to do?
There is, and there's kids at the beach already, so I'm pretty sure the kids are just dying to go because they can see them from the camp.
Yes, and now that we've got some good weather outside.
Look at this view. There's Phil and Lolo.
You know what I'm excited about on this view?
What's that?
That we don't have mountains of things everywhere blocking it.
Oh, by the way, she has said I can finally film in here.
Yes.
There's a reason for this. Don't worry about that. But everything else in this house finally has a home.
It's starting to come together. I mean, it's not perfect, but hey, it's a million times better than when we got here.
So what are you working on?
I'm working on the side of YouTube that most people don't see, the good old administrative part.
So she's the adult side of YouTube.
I am. I'm also working on our website, you guys. So we're almost ready to launch it, and it's going to have our new merchandise on it. So
besides just these,
yes, we'll have
and these,
we'll have lots more designs and lots more different things to choose from than just shirts and cups. So. And hats.
So maybe by the time you guys see this, it should be pretty close.
Yes.
You'll know because when it's ready, I'm going to introduce the video with some new exciting things.
We will be making a big deal about it because it's been a lot of work to get it ready, but I think it's going to be something everyone will like. So
websites might be easy for some people, but to us, it feels like we went back to college.
I know. I told him if this whole YouTube thing doesn't work out, we're ready for college again after all these reports and typing and all this stuff we've been doing. So it's almost done though, so then we can go play outside because I'm ready to get outside.
So I'm going to go show them what you've requested.
Okay. You want me to come?
You can. By the way, check out the girls' room. It's pretty much almost like it might be whenever it's full time. Is it?
It is.
No more wet lies?
I just have a little bit more to do with their clothes as far as organizing it, but I can shut all the drawers now, and toys are below where they belong, so we're good.
By the way, check out their view.
I know, they have a great view.
Look at this. They get to wake up to this.
Even if another RV comes, they're gonna have a great view. I'm kind of jealous.
So this is what Alicia has requested. She wants a shelf built up here with a clothes hanger on bottom that we can hang our jackets and our big stuff on, and then up here we're gonna have diapers, wipes, you know, big boxes of things. So I'm gonna put a lip right here.
Yes.
This guy has to come out, and she really doesn't want that here anymore either.
No.
But I don't know what to do with that without going ahead and undoing all that to make sure it doesn't get turned on, because the kids will accidentally turn it on if we leave it in the bottom.
Yes, I think so too. So I don't know what
we'll figure out what to do. So that's the first project.
Yeah, and I don't want to get rid of the shower pan because we put our dirty clothes basket here and our dehumidifier, which we're currently using.
By the way, you want to tell me about the dehumidifier?
We bought it when we were in this area last year.
No, like 18 months ago.
18 months ago, yeah.
So we had never had a dehumidifier.
Right.
We went and bought this giant one. We used it the entire time we were here, and then we toted it like a whole year around all of America and never turned it on again.
Without even using it. I think we used it once while in Florida, and that was it because it was a little humid there.
And then we come here again, and like the third day, you were like,
our laundry, the door has glass on it, and it was just covered in water. And I thought it was from the laundry, but it's the humidity.
So we plugged it in, and it told us it was 78% humidity in this house, and now it feels like a heater's running.
Yeah.
But it's working because we have to dump it like twice a day.
Right. It's getting all the water out after all these humid days.
So, second thing, and the reason we left all this stuff right here on top of Buddy's cage.
Yes.
Alicia has requested that I build some sort of table that goes over the top of Buddy's cage.
Yes.
That has lips on it. We normally don't store this much stuff here. Most of this stuff is going back with Gran over there, back to her house.
Yes.
But we do store like the diaper caddy thing, the backpack.
And the girls have a bad habit of putting their toys on top, and then poor Buddy is in there and the toys fall on top of him. So I want to give him a little bit of protection.
So we're gonna build some sort of top that has a lip on it so it won't slide off and it'll keep things on. So that's that. You're basically giving me a reason to go to Lowe's.
Guess what?
What?
Something else didn't survive the move.
What's that?
Baby girls. Baby doll bed.
Yeah, the Barbie bed did not survive its first move.
It had a canopy, so Daddy's gonna have to go to Lowe's.
So even
is this a Lowe's trip also, babe?
that is a great excuse to go to Lowe's.
So yeah, that's on your project to-do list also, because she's a little upset that she doesn't have a bed.
Right. So we have to fix the Barbie bed. That's probably the most important.
Yes, that's high on the list. You don't get that done, she's gonna start talking to you.
She's been making her Barbie sleep on the floor in her Barbie house.
We told her that now she just has a modern bed.
Now it's a modern bed.
Yeah, it's a modern platform bed. So
she did not feel very happy about that.
She didn't like that. She wants her canopy back. So baby girl's gonna get that.
All right, so I think I'm about to take Phil to Lowe's.
Okay.
Because I'm sure they're excited to see Phil in action, and Phil's chair for sure is going to be back in action.
It looks like it's getting some use.
Oh yeah, Phil's sitting in the chair already, but he's going to bring his chair over here and help us work a little bit.
He's a great supervisor.
What are you going to do while I'm gone?
I'm going to wrap this up so we can be done, and then I want to go play in the water because I'm tired of being indoors.
So we're heading up to the local Lowe's, and we got Phil.
Hey.
Phil's back. And guess what? Later, we're going to have Phil's chair back.
That's right, the world-renowned chair.
So, we're off camping, and there's still more projects that Alicia's added to the list. Also, there's not a lot of people here right now. So, when we run a table saw later, we won't disturb too many people. Hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully. And hopefully the rain stops. It's not supposed to rain today, but it's starting to get cloudy again.
Yeah.
We're at Lowe's. Can't you see? L-O-W-E-S. Lowe's.
Lowe's.
Actually, there's not a single Lowe's or major hardware store within like 75 miles of where we're at. So we're at the local hardware store. It's called Toledo Tackle. We're gonna go inside and get all the supplies we need, hopefully, to complete Alicia's projects. But there's no Lowe's. We're cheating on Lowe's today.
They have blue posts, though.
Oh, they have blue posts. They have blue awnings, so it's almost like Lowe's. So we have all of our supplies. Look what's happening, Phil.
Oh,
look,
man.
It's starting to rain.
Of course.
Was it supposed to be any rain? That's why we decided to do this today. No rain. But
We work in the rain.
well, maybe this is woodwork. We can't really work in the rain with woodwork.
That's correct.
We're gonna head back to the RV, and hopefully it's not raining, and we can see Phil and Phil's chair in action.
Bingo.
So we made it back from the lows of the lake, and we have Buddy's dog cage set up out here. We have all of our lumber in the bed of the truck, and the rain is gone. But where's Phil? Do y'all see Phil? Well, Phil decided to go over there, and he had to go take a nap because that's what Phil says he does on vacation. So Phil's taking a nap, and I'm gonna start this project right now. And our idea is we want to build a table that sits on top of Buddy's dog cage, has a lip so it doesn't move around, and we can put things on, and it'll be a better support than just the cage right here that falls in. Plus things always fall on Buddy. So we're gonna get started building that, and then we'll work on the shelf in the bathroom. We have the top made, which is just 1x12s, 1x12, 1x12 cut in half, and then 1/4 inch plywood on top and bottom sandwiched together. So now that we hit the tabletop, we're going to take these 1x4s and build a trim piece around so that it has a lip to stay on top of the cage and to keep things from falling off. Overall, this is going a lot better than I thought, but the rain might be coming, so we need to hurry up and at least get to a stopping point before all this gets wet. Our table is done. So we have our tabletop with these 1x4s all the way around. So now it has a lip on bottom and on top. So now it won't slide off the cage, and the things on top will not slide off. We have to get the project manager out here and see if she approves of this. Project supervisor, what do you think?
Well, first off, let me get where I can see. Oh, wow. Oh, I like this, so the things can't fall off.
Look,
Little
it has a
lip.
lip on the bottom too, so it can't fall off the cage.
Oh, that's good. So when Kayla uses it as her playground,
Yeah.
she won't fall off. Oh, it's good. It's not too heavy. You warned me that it's kind of...
It's heavier than I wanted it to be.
I probably can't pick it up, but I can at least pick up one side if I need to. Buddy, what do you think?
Buddy, what do you think about your new home?
We got you an improvement.
Now you have a full-on roof to protect you from all the things.
You know, you've sparked an idea in me.
What's that?
The project's never in. I think you could make him a way cooler wooden cage.
You know, people
People make those.
yes,
I
they charge
see
a lot of
them
money
I
to make them match your
know.
house. They look awesome.
I know. I think
Yeah?
that's so pretty.
Is that what you want?
That's just what I
It
was
wouldn't fold down
thinking
though for
about.
travel day.
Oh yeah, that would be a problem, I think, because I like it to be compact on travel day.
So now that you've approved it,
This is awesome.
the next thing is I'm gonna hide all these screws.
Okay.
Then we're gonna sand it down really good,
Uh-huh.
and we're gonna paint it gray.
Okay.
A gray that you may or may not have approved, but it's gonna get painted that way, and that's what it's gonna be.
Hey, done is better than perfect.
And then I'm thinking of getting yoga mats from Walmart
Uh-huh.
and putting it down right here and under here so that it's not sitting on the
On
cage.
the metal, yeah. You mean your beloved blue store doesn't sell yoga mats?
The Beloved Blue store does not exist here.
Hey, I bet Amazon can get them to us also.
But I'm thinking it's some sort of padding, because if we paint it and we use it, we're gonna end up scratching
it's
it.
gonna get scratched. I
At
agree.
least now, if we have a padding, whatever we do, if it gets bad, we can just take it off and put more down.
Yep, almost like those horse stall mats for what you did over
But it
in
needs
that
to be
area.
way less
yeah,
than that.
Yeah, but it'd be super cheap and super light. I love it.
So you approve?
I approve. 2 thumbs up.
All right. So what's up next? We're
Next.
basically we're done. We're running out of daylight.
Yeah, we're running out of daylight, so
We're picking all this up.
yep. we're gonna put this indoors just in case it decides to rain again.
It's gonna rain again.
Yeah, of course. And then I guess tomorrow we'll do either all this or you'll start on the
I'm gonna
closet.
finish this and try to start the closet tomorrow.
Awesome.
We'll not probably finish the closet tomorrow.
No.
We're gonna have to figure out the hanger thing.
Oh.
I think
okay.
that's Amazon. We need to use the same thing we used with the girls thing.
Oh, okay.
Because they didn't have it. Like we're at the Lowe's of the Lake.
Oh, that's right. You said there is no blue store here. So, okay. Well, we'll make do with what we have. Make it work.
Now, look what's going on over here.
It's time to start grilling.
We got 2 grills going, and we're gonna cook some chicken wings.
Oh, I can't wait. Hey.
Look at this cool use of my air compressor. Watch.
Oh, to get all the sawdust off. That's smart.
Watch this.
That's better than sweeping.
Hey,
What?
who you got with you?
I got little man. He's here to see y'all.
Hey, Kaden, what do you think about this?
Hey. It's almost as cool as his local Texan shirt. He's the cutest Texan I know.
Hey.
Well, second cutest. Sorry, babe.
He just waved at me. Like he said, you heard it first.
You've been replaced.
We're gonna give you a sneak peek of Buddy's new cage shelf. Is that what we're calling it now? The cage shelf?
The cage shelf. Cage table, I think.
Cage table.
Look, Kayla. Look how sturdy it is. Oh. What do you think? Is it good? Yeah. I think so too. And even our chairs and our tables still fit on the side. I'm telling you, you got real lucky right there.
That was totally accidental.
You mean you didn't plan that?
I did not plan that one. I think it's gonna look pretty good once it's painted up.
Yeah, I think it's gonna look great. And I think going gray was definitely right because it's right beside the gray couch.
Yeah, this one trim right here shouldn't be why it goes.
Right.
You know how hard it is to match that?
Hey, we did though.
Yeah, with
In
like
the
4
closet.
different trips to Lowe's.
Yeah, a bunch of different tries, but we finally got it.
I think it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and it's super sturdy. Not what I was thinking. So I just thought it was gonna be like a flimsy little piece of wood on top. I mean, I would have been happy with that too. But
I mean, after the jack blocks I built, did you think I was gonna build a flimsy piece of wood?
True. You like it? Yeah. Good.
So we have some chicken wings cooking here on the pellet grills. We got that one right there. And we got this one right here. Now we use Cosmo Q's, and I sure wish he would sponsor me. We actually reached out to him and he said no, but that's okay. We're just gonna buy stuff anyway. So what do you guys use to barbecue when you cook at the campgrounds? Anyway, we're gonna cook these chickens and we'll see you guys tomorrow when we finish up all of our workout here for the things in there. See y'all later. Welcome back, y'all. So it's the next day and Phil finally got enough rest from yesterday's nap. You feel better?
I feel great.
Are you ready to start working?
You better hang on to your hat to keep up.
A lot has happened when you were taking a break. So we have the top of Buddy's cage built, and right now I have some of this wood putty to cover the holes. We're gonna let that dry, and then let's go inside and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with the shower. It's gonna be some RV modification because I'm sure it's not square. So the next part of our project is in here, and the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of this shower curtain rod because we no longer need it. Now my idea is to build a shelf that sits up on top of this and runs all the way to that wall. Now, there's a studs on this wall, but there's no studs right here. There's a stud in the corner, but the next stud is all the way over here. So my idea is to build a shelf, help use this space right here because this is very sturdy to secure the shelf. I'll have a stud on this whole back wall so I can build me a little board to go right here to secure it on the back wall. And on the side wall, I'm thinking, since it's only coming out to about right here, go get some of those drywall anchors that go in and expand out because most of the weight's gonna be held up by the back wall and by this over here. Plus my shelf's gonna be about that big, so there's gonna be some size to it. And the idea is we just wanna be able to hold up whatever weight we go up there, which will be diapers and wipes, and we're gonna hang clothes right here for like our winter stuff. So that's our idea, but first, this guy's gotta go. And then I'm gonna start piecing everything together and figuring out how to make this work. And I believe we might have to go back to the hardware store for a few of those anchors right there. So here is the rough draft of the shelf. We have the shelf up there, this lip right here, and I'm gonna put these little pieces right here. And I have one that's much bigger, but it goes right here. It's right there. I just can't hold both up and film. Does the project supervisor approve?
I approve. Well, once it's painted.
Yeah. Guess what's trying to happen outside right now?
What's that?
It's thundering again.
Uh-oh, so we may have to wait till tomorrow.
It's the longest job ever because it rains so much.
So what are you doing?
Well, now I'm ready to start sanding and painting.
Yeah.
And then we have to have it painted before we finish putting it together.
Awesome.
By the way, this distance right here and the back one was a ½ inch difference. RVs are so square.
Are you surprised?
I mean, why else, right? So we finally have all of these sanded and fitted just right, and we have our first coat of paint on them. Now for you guys, this is probably day 3 of this video, but for us, it's like day 7 or 8. I don't know. It's rained literally every single day we've been here. So we'll pull all this stuff out and we'll work on it a little bit, and just by the time we wanted to start painting or sanding, it would come a huge rainstorm. So today, we're hoping that we can get both the first and the second coat on and get these things installed, because I'm ready to be done with this project. We're gonna let this dry right here and we'll come back when it's time for coat 2. So we have 2 coats of paint on the other side. We flipped it over and we're getting ready to paint, but the rain is coming again. So we're gonna hold off on that for now. And also I found Phil again. Hey Phil.
I'm missing my chair.
That's right. So our idea for once we have them painted is I found this rubber stuff right here from Lowe's. It's just little, you know, rubber mat, 4x8. We're gonna cut it to fit this section and have that as a pad for whenever it's against Buddy's cage, and a pad for when we put our things on top so it's not just sitting on the wood. So we're gonna cut these up right now to fit the bottom and top of this one and the top of that one for our shelf and our shower, and then maybe we'll see what this rain wants to do. We may be done for the day. I already told them, Phil, this in their world, this has been a 3-day project, but it's been like 7 or 8 days since we started.
Every day it rains.
So we have our rubber pieces cut for this one and for the shelf in the bathroom. Turned out pretty good, but I think the storm missed us. So we're gonna go ahead and finish painting up the other side of these shelves, and maybe, just maybe, we can stop working on this project today.
Call it done?
I want to.
I heard that.
This one has kind of grown roots and just hung around too long.
I guarantee you.
What are you looking at, Phil?
I'm looking at what comes every day. Rain.
So we got all this back out. We're done with this part. Those are an extra part that Alicia added to the project. She wants to paint to match. We painted those. We're getting ready to finish up the final assembly stuff for the shelf and Buddy's cage. And all of a sudden, it was sunny when we started, like 20 minutes ago.
I know, I started to get my sweat.
And then look at this. So now we're gonna try to get this stuff done out here so we can finally be done with it in there. And hopefully those little buckets right there will dry enough to go inside at least until they dry completely. But Alicia said I want that color to match that color, because this is the shelf in the bathroom, and those are the little containers she has for the bathroom, so they had to match, which is fine because I bought way too much paint. I don't even know why I bought a whole gallon. I probably only needed like a quart. But we're trying to put this project to bed. And this guy right here, oh really? This guy right here is trying to make it real hard to finish any jobs around here. Here is the final product of Buddy's cage top. What are we calling this thing? The cage table?
Cage table.
Cage table. So it's all painted up with the gray that was not approved by Alicia. And we have our little rubber pad on top.
Hey, I got a new name for it.
What's that?
Clutter collector.
The clutter collector. So does this meet your expectations?
Yes, I love it. I think you did a great job.
I'm pretty sure until about halfway through you weren't sure what I was doing.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the rubber, but that's a great idea because it's going to help it from not
It's also
getting
on the
scratched.
bottom side, so it's not writing
Right.
wood on metal.
Right. I think it's much better.
Welcome to the closet, our bathroom. Anyway, we wanted to turn this thing into a usable space because we never used that shower, and if we did, it's just not very convenient for an adult. Maybe the kids might enjoy it, but we don't. So here's our shelf. So I made a lip right here, and on top you can see it has the same rubber, and we had this or curtain rod, clothes rod, I don't know what you call them. And now we can hang our winter stuff back here. Right here is also the little containers that Alicia wanted to match the gray to. Turned out pretty good. So, y'all are probably wondering, Why did it take so long to do this job? Well, there's two reasons. The first one is because it rains every single day right now. They're getting a year's worth of rain in the last week. The second one, it's a sad reason. When I first started this video, I told you guys the reason we come back to this lake is because of my grandma. We grew up coming RVing here and camping here every summer. Well, in the middle of making this video, she passed away. So we had to go say goodbye to her. So anyway, this video is for you, Maw Maw, because we're still here at the lake because of you.